about our organization. In the year 2012, we have become a member of National Stock Exchange, later on Bombay Stock Exchange, CDSL, and Metropolitan Stock Exchange. In the year 2017, we aligned our strategies and technologies-oriented brand Zebu. 2019, we have been awarded as Promising Broking House from the Multi Commodities Exchange India Limited. Motto of Zebu School is to create the 1 lakh disciplined traders through the Zebu School learning platform. We are creating a lot of financial and investment oriented knowledge, young personalities, as well as certified professionals into the industry from the grassroots of college studies. We are offering high demand strategies through the Zebu School to all traders and knowledge seekers who will prepare them with essential trading skills and then brain full of knowledge. So they will be ready to make strategies, trades, and brilliant investments in their financial market. This is the time to introduce the pilot faculty of this session. Now I'm going to introduce the most wonderful personality. He is having around 13 years of experience in stock market from 2007. He have been responsible on the role of equity advisor, financial counseling, and modeling of portfolio, and then migrated towards sales to understand the consumer behavior on financial product, and now currently having the responsibility of managing director at Stockathan Academy. He have guided internship and project over 1,800 students in this 11 year of this career, as he started his career as an internship student at Reliance Money, and have been interested in guiding students from beginning. It's very much necessary for every student to understand the practical aspect. He have studied MBA in Jain University, and he have been completed a lot of SEBI registered research and portfolio professional certifications. Throughout his career, he consulted more than 12,700 professionals to make them achieve financial freedoms. It's my pleasure, privilege to introduce the most dynamic leader and research head, Mr. Vijay, Stockathan Academy founder. Sir, the floor is yours.
Now, can you thank you, Zebu team and Mr. Karthik, the entire organization for this pleasant event that they have organized. I'm very happy about it. I had always have a passion to teach people, and I feel this was a very good opportunity. Mr. Vijay and myself, I am also Vijay Raghavan. So I'm very excited with the structural knowledge series that Mr. Vijay has planned for Zebu and the Zebu School that he has rightly named it as. So firstly, thank you the entire organization and welcome all audience today. And we are going to have a very good evening today. Now, we are planning a big event. This is going to be an eye opener for most of the people and make good money on an event today. So I treat this to be a very good event now. So mainly I use this Renko, as Karthik rightly explained. The Renko analysis is what we are going to study. So I call that as equity power lessons, because basically I'm an engineer. So after 2 years of working, I thought I should make money. So stock market is the way. But my MBA was not able to fetch me the business, the idea or the knowledge of stock markets. So I have extensively traveled Gujarat and US to understand the most. We are only complicating things. Actually, stock market is very easy going. Actually, we complicate the things. We try to go beyond the extension to complicate ourselves. So my methodology of stock market is to make it simple. So that's why I started this logo called Trading Made Simple. So that is where I initiated the journey of training people after my detailed study towards it and getting conviction towards it. Then I started the Stockathon Academy to train people and educate people to make them or make their trading life simple, because most of the people whom I have met, I have counseled more than 22,600 people and guided around 1,800 plus students. So at that point, the biggest thing was trading is a big headache kind of thing. Oh, I cannot sleep at night if I take position. Yeah, this is there in business also. Somebody takes 1 crore of goods and he cannot sleep. He has to think, how should I market it? How should I get it to the sales? So similarly, any business has a tension. Similarly, Yes, but we always feel trading has more tension. We exhaust ourselves. So that is the main agenda where I started my journey of teaching. Okay. So this is where I initiated my starting to educate people. So firstly, as I told you, I'm going to give you many ideas today. I think any one of the idea, if it clicks to you, I am very happy about it. Okay. So I will explain it. I'll also take the Q&A after every topic so that it doesn't become a monologue. It can become a dialogue. And at last, I am ready to take up the questions from each one of you also. You can text me through the chat so that we can address it as and when the concept is being explained. So I work on this 70-20-10 formula. I call this as a 70-20-10 trading rule. Let me go to the whiteboard. Do we get the whiteboard? Okay. So just a minute. Okay. Okay. Let me. I'm not getting the whiteboard here. Anyways. Let me go with this. So, okay. Now, very important aspect is 70-20-10 rule. Like, what is this all about? 70% of the people, 70% of the time, 90% of the people, 70% of the time, they focus on execution. They want to trade. They want to execute the buy and sell. And after the execution of the 70% of the time that they are into the stock market, 20% of the time they monitor. After the position, they monitor. Definitely, yes. Then, after that, last 10% of their time, they start doing research. I'm repeating 90% of the people, 70% of their time in stock markets, try to focus on buy and sell, that is execution of trades. 20% of their stock market time, they monitor. 10% of the time, they do the research. The only difference between the successful trader and a non-successful trader is you just reverse this process. The next 10% of the people, what do? They do 70% of analysis. 70% of their time, they utilize it in analysis. 20% of the time, they utilize it in monitoring. And 10% of the time, they utilize in trade execution. This is the only difference between the 90 and 10. 90% of the people focus more on trading. Then they monitor. Then they start analyzing. Yes, I have entered a wrong trade. They don't realize that stop loss is important. Second category, that is 10% of the smart money people that I call. So they, what do? They do 70% of their time into research. 20% of the time they monitor their research. 10% of the time they execute. If this is a small idea that I want to start with, if this can be done or implemented by each one of this, your trading life can be made simple. I assure this can be possible because I initiated this around 11 years back. I'm 13.5 years old into the stock market. I know there would be many veterans in this as an audience, but the one thing that I changed my entire trading life was this rule that I adopted. 70% of the time I do research, 20% of the time I do observation, and 10% of the time I utilize in trade execution. And if this can be traditionally or dedicatedly done by you, everybody has a scope to be successful in your trade. Yes. I got a raised hand. Do you want to ask me something, Hassan? Anybody you want to ask me? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Hassan, that's not a problem. Sure. So please, I'm very open for any discussions. Please do ask me whatever doubts you have. So it's not a monologue. I want it to be a dialogue, and I would take your inputs also. I am a learner. Every day I try to learn, and I definitely have never told that I have learned everything. Never in my life I have told that I have learned everything in stock market. Every day I make sure I try something new in educating myself. That is my motto. Every day night I see that did I read something new or learn something new in stock market. That is my everyday's activity. So this is my principle that I want to learn every day a topic. So coming on to this, we have Renko analysis today. Renko analysis is trade without noise. It can be so simple. You'll not even imagine that can it be this simple. Renko analysis is nothing but you are trading without noise. There is absolutely no noise. I'm going to give you a lot of examples and a lot of practical things which can justify you. Yes, I have got the idea. Okay. So before starting into, you need to know the objective of this webinar. My objective is to make you an analyst with the prescribed knowledge and time. That I want to specify that there are two types of analysts because we need to know what are we studying. Unless and until we know what are we studying, we cannot create a goal. So I am trying to set the goal first. I am trying you all to set the goals for yourself because the knowledge that I'm going to share you will help you to set the goal for yourself. There are two types of analysts basically. There is a predictor, then there is a trend follower. So predictor is someone who identifies the bottom and the top. Trend follower is someone who, irrespective of the market being bottomed out or peaked out, he follows the trend. I'm giving an example. There is an two forecasts of cyclone. There is one who is a person who has extreme knowledge, and he tells there is going to be a cyclone. There is going to be a cyclone on Sunday 5 a.m. And there is another analyst who tells the past data of last 3 days shows that there is a possibility of cyclone. There are two types of analysts. One tells exact date and time. The other one says there is a possibility. Seeing the past record, I can see that there is a possibility of tsunami. Both are analysts. A person who tells the date and time is resembled to as a predictor. And the person who says with the past records, past data, he says that I'm trying to see through a possibility of tsunami. So the person who says from the possibility of tsunami is called a trend follower, and the person who tells the date and time exactly is called the predictor. So audience, as per you, who has the highest knowledge? Does the predictor have high knowledge or the trend follower has the high knowledge? Who has the highest knowledge? Can I have some participation, please? You can just put it in the chat. Yes. Can I just, as per you, whom do you think has, okay, excellent. Hassan says predictor. Madhusudana says predictor. Somani, Amit Somani. So welcome. So trend follower. So either of the two. Okay, great. Jagan says it's predictor. And I think Suresh wanted to tell us follower, trend follower. Okay. Srinivasan says predictor. Perfect. So can we understand like what kind of knowledge, who is that predictor and who is that trend follower, and what kind of knowledge should we have in order to have a designation of predictor or a trend follower? 1 second. I have some. Okay, I have an answer here also. Yeah, Karthik is also telling trend follower and trend. There is an attendee. I don't have the name. Okay, no problem. Perfect. So good. I'm happy. Like there were few participations. I would definitely happy if all of us participate. Good. Then let us come to the again. So few are telling predictor, few are telling trend follower. So let me go into the direct nail it what it is required. Now, in stock markets, in stock markets, who can be a predictor? Predictor can be somebody who has this knowledge. Astro cycles, Gyan waves, Ichimoku. If somebody has an ability or the knowledge or understanding of all these three, can or can have the possibility of becoming a predictor. Definitely, not only the knowledge, you have to have the experience in you to analyze as well as predict. And stock market is very, very dynamic. It's followed with lot of political, economical, and social news. So we need to be very, very careful